Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो भरेगा इसको भरेगा, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Jnanena Chatmanamupayati Vidvan, न चान्यथा वर्गफलानुकांक्षी अस्मिन् कृतं तत्परिगृह्य सर्वं अमुत्र भुङ्क्ते पुनरेति मार्गम. Death is non-recognition of our divine nature, which is blissful. All of us are doing something to get happiness. Thereby, we declare bankruptcy of our happiness. And therefore, we do karma. And as a result, karma phala, again karma, and the cycle of punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam never ends. And it is for what? For seeking happiness. But jnanena cha atmanam upaiti vidvan. But a wise man, by this process of knowledge, he doesn't seek happiness because he has discovered that he is the source of all bliss. Therefore, the other ones are varga phalanukankshi. They are constantly desiring this, desiring that. And there is no end to this desire. Therefore, asmin krutan tat parigriya sarvam. So whatever they do in this life, in search of happiness, they again continue repeating it again and again. Therefore, asmin loke tapastaptam phalam matrit anyatra bhujyate brahmananam tapasva swadhrum annesham tavadedahi. So, these ignorant people like us, asmin loke tapastaptam. One is the karma, second is tapasya. Karma is struggling and becoming extrovert to get happiness. Tapas is struggling within and again seeking happiness. See? What is tapas? Tapas is giving up the things. It is very cold, but we will not put on clothes and we will stand in the cold Ganges water. Raise the hand up and do the japa. Om No Shivaya. Om. Why tapasya? Or in the summer, agre vanni prushte bhanu ratro chubuk samarpita janu. In the summer months, fire all around and then doing tapasya. Not taking food. One person I asked, I said, hey, you don't take food for so many days. How do you survive? Your friends told me that you have not taken food for last 20 days. How do you survive? He said, I take at night. We don't take food 20 days. We didn't say at night. We take at night. Now what do we want to prove? See, all these tapasvis and the yogis, they have got one common character. They are very hot-headed. The reason is they are forcibly imposing on themselves. You must have heard the stories from Puranas, Durvas Rishi. He had everything, but he was a great tapasvi. And in that anger, he cursed whom? Lord Shiva. In your marriage, you will have problem. And Shiva had a problem, no doubt about it. See, friends, therefore, Brahmananam tapaha, but the wise people tapas is, it's not like that. Their tapas is what? Be very attentive. Okay? Living at zero complaint level is the tapas. We don't want anything to change. We accept the things as they are. We don't impose problems and then go through. Like, many people go to Himalayas for doing tapasya. And what is their tapasya? At home you get nice food, there you have to beg. At home you have got nice comfortable place to sleep, there you sleep below the tree. Why? Tapasya. See, Grahasthas always talk about, Swamiji, this is homemade. Homemade means you have to say it is good. Homemade need not be good, rather it is never good. See? But you have to survive, you have to say it is very good. In somebody's house I was taking food, they gave pickles. So I asked, I said, Amma, what is the brand of this pickle? It is so nice. Swamiji, I made it. It is homemade. But why did you ask like that? I said, because homemade pickle you have to say it is good. Market brand, they have to be good or else they will not be sold. So all the time talking about homemade. Why don't you have homemade tapasya? Why go to the forest? So what is the homemade tapasya? Remain happy with each other. If you are happy in spite of your wife, and if you are happy in spite of your husband, you have done the highest tapasya. Don't have to go homemade tapasya. See, friends. Therefore, Brahmananam tapan fruddham annesham tavadevahi. Therefore, the tapas, austerities of the wise people is extremely superior because it is better than the result of the karma. So we are talking about death. What is death? Death is laziness, not recognizing one's divine nature and therefore struggling in this world. That is death. See? Nothing else. Death is not dying of the body, etc. Now here Dhritarashtraji asked the question. Katham samrutyartham tapo bhavati kevalam sanat-sujatiya tad bruhi katham vidyam aham prabho. Dhritarashtra says, how can the austerities lead to the higher gain? What is that higher gain? Kevalam. Kevalam is what? Undivided, homogeneous, beginningless, endless and modificationless experience is Kevalam. See? The knowledge that we have, it has got three factors. Object of knowledge, knowledge of the object, and the knower of the object and its knowledge. Three. This is called Triputi. Kevalam means there is no object of knowledge, there is no knowledge of object, and there is no knower because this knowledge is not divided into three. Now apply it on yourself. How I know this? this is a phone. The phone doesn't know, I know. And what is further? I am not the phone. So in this knowledge, three factors happen. One, knower is the subject, and known is the object. And what is the knowledge? I am not the object. Otherwise, what a great fun it will be. What is this? This is a dog. I know this is a dog. And I am a dog. No, I am not the dog. But when it comes to our essential nature, that time I know myself that I am Brahman, but I am not the Brahman. Can it be like that? This experience where knower-known duality disappears is Kevalam. This is not difficult, friends. This technique which I am telling you 100 times, give it a try. Experience without experiencer is the truth. How the experiencer is born? Experience is born when देखो सुनो बोलते रहो, keep talking. This is good, that is bad. This is they should, the government should do like this. Why there is so much corruption in this country? I don't know. You are wasting your life. See, just keep cool. And all those people who talk all these big things, their talk goes only in the drawing room with a cup of tea in the hand. Jump into the politics and start fighting. That we will not do. Therefore, Kevalam, if you are able to recognize this truth, see, experience without experience. If this happens, then will anybody ever say, hey, I am realized? What about you? Not realized? Come to my ashram. Okay? And we have got different levels of realization. Elementary realization, only 2 lakhs rupees for 1 week. And what is done? Observe fast. Paying 2 lakhs, observe fast. Do gardening. Okay? Wash the dishes of all the ashramites. Sadhana. Pay 2 lakhs. How do you feel after that 1 week of sadhana? I will never come again. Yad gatvana nivartante taddam. Whom are we cheating, my friends? Therefore, this is extremely simple. You don't have to go anywhere. Wherever you are, wherever you are, or whatever you are, be 100%. And that 100% is love, like what? Karnataka. Karnataka means experiences are happening, but experiencer is not born. Where an actor is crying pathetically on the stage, that time he doesn't become the pathetic person. It's only the acting of pathetic expression. This is all spiritual life. Therefore, katham samruddham atyartham tapo bhavati kevalam sanat-sujatiya tad bruhi katham vidyamaham prabho. Hey Bhagavan, kindly tell me, how do we understand? Now Sanat-Sujatiya tells, Nishkalvasham tapastvetat kevalam parichakshate etat samruddham atyartham tapo bhavati nanyata. See? Kevalam, highest tapasya is discover your own being. See? Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi. Ahamapetakam nija vibhanakam mahadidam tapo ramanavagyam. Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi tells, what is tapasya? Aham apetakam. The one who is doing tapasya, he has disappeared. Meaning what? Action without the doer. Experience without the experiencer. Knowledge without the knower. ahamapetakam. Then niji vibhanakam. So when the experience is without the experiencer, that experience is the ultimate truth. Nija vibhanakam. Mahadidam tapo. This is the highest tapasya. We don't have to know anything and we don't have to prove anything to anybody. Here also I told you another important principle. Spiritual evolution is not becoming extraordinary. Non-specific existence is the ultimate experience. Non-specific. Presently, what is our experience? Specific. I am man, I am woman, I am young, I am old, I am rich, I am poor, I am educated, I am uneducated, I am Tamilian, I am a Malayali. Specific. Drop all that specificities and just being. See? When we carry any burden, we get tired. We want to unburden, isn't it? These ammas carry what they call purse. It is actually a hold all, like my hold all. It has got the whole world in that. And naturally the shoulder becomes tired. So before they sit in the chair, they do the prana pratishtha of the hold all. And then they sit. We are all doing the same thing. What is the sleep? We are unloading. In sleep, tatra mata amata bhavati, tatra pita apita bhavati. We start unloading the whole load that we are carrying throughout life. And therefore, in the deep sleep, we are nowhere, space is gone. We are never, time is gone. We are nobody, body is gone. But that which cannot be negated is ever the same. Therefore, Upanishad says, ahar ahar brahma gamayati. When we are in deep sleep, we are one with the divine. In today's world, example will be, when we go to sleep, we put our phone charged to the mains. Then what happens? Whole night the phone is charged. The next day morning, again, WhatsApp. Again, the whole phone is discharged. Exactly the same way. Whole night we are in tune with the divine, fully charged. Therefore, when we wake up from the sleep, do we say, come on, yaar, I was sleeping for 8 hours, I am damn tired? No, because fully charged. So what we got, only one thing, we have unloaded ourselves. See, friends, therefore, Nishkalpasham tapastu etat kevalam parichakshate. Hold on to this kevala tattva. Then etat samruddhyam atyartham tapo bhavati nanyatha. There is no higher tapasya than knowing your essential self. Tapo moolamidam sarvam yanmam pruchasi kshatriya tapasa veda vidvamsaha param tu amrutam apniyuhu. Tapo moolamidam sarvam. You know, in Bhagavad Mahapuran, this story comes. Brahmaji was born on the lotus which came out of the Nabhi, the umbilicus of Lord Narayana. He came. On the lotus he came. And he was all alone, nobody. So he saw in the front, nothing is there. He saw to the left, nothing is there. He saw to the right, nothing is there. He saw backside, nothing is there. Therefore, he has got 4 heads. And he didn't know what next. So he heard 1625. What is this 1625? We didn't understand. Brahmaji understood. 16 is ta. And 25 is pa. If you know the Sanskrit alphabets, ka, ka, ga, ga, cha, cha, ja, ja, na, Ta, tha, da, dha, na. So ta is the 16th alphabet and pa is the 25th alphabet. Tapa. So he did tapasya. And what tapasya he did? He has nowhere to go. All emptiness. Where to go? So he went inside. And through the stalk of that lotus on which he was seated, he went through that dark tunnel and ultimately remained there for millions of years. And then he came with all the knowledge, and with that he created the world. Now this is the story. So what we have to understand, unless you go within, you will not know anything. Therefore, tapo moola vidam sarvam. Everything is a creation out of tapasya. Now you people are living your married life. Is it less tapasya? See? In spite of each other, you are happy. What more tapasya? We Babajis claim that we are doing tapasya. But I tell you, I have got highest regard and respect for all the grasthas. You are real tapasvi. We are lazy, irresponsible, and we complain. See? Therefore, tapo moolamidam sarvam yanmam prachasi tapasa veda vidvamsaha param tu amrutam apnayuhu. So by this tapasya only, wise people came to know their essential nature. And this is what is called as the ultimate immortality. Again, Dhritarashtraji asked a question. Kalmasham tapaso bruhi shrutam nishkalmasham tapaha Sanat-Sujatiya nedam vidya guhyam sanatanam. Now Dhritarashtra says, I have heard, see, what you have heard, that by the pure tapasya, whatever you are told, I heard. Now tell me that what is a flawless tapasya? That tapasya where there is no fault, see? By which the secret ultimate, guhyam sanatanam, the ultimate secret is known. What is the flawless tapasya? That you please tell me. Because there are many varieties of tapasya. Don't take food. See? Keep on walking. Jai Mata Adi. शादी करा दो जय माता दी, पैसे दिला दो जय माता दी, तपस्या. स्वामी शरणमय पर स्वामी शरणमय, तपस्या. So tell me that tapasya by which the truth is revealed. Sanat-Sujatiya says, Krodhadayo dvadashayasya doshaha tata nusamshani saptarajan Jnanadayo dvadasha chatananaha shastre gunaye vividha vidujanam. You want to know the real tapasya? Listen, O king, see, tapasya is that where these 12 shortcomings are no more influencing us. Which are those 12 shortcomings? He will tell afterwards. Krodhadayaha. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, 6 of them and opposite. So 12 of them. Where these wrong notions are no more sustained, friends, we don't suffer only because of bad things. We also suffer because of good things. Example, Arjun. In the first chapter, Arjun tells, oh, these Dhritarashtra's children, they are very bad adatai. But we are not like that. We are wise people. See, friends, this is how we get lost. These are the dosha, these are the shortcomings. Tatha nushamsani cha saptarajan. And because of this, the 7 attributes of knowledge and 12 positive qualities are to be explained for the seeker, and if he contains those, then he will be able to know the truth. Now what are those? He explains. Krodha, Kama, Lobha, Moho, Vivitsa, Kripa, Asuya, Mana, Shokau, Spruha, Irsha, Jugupsa. These are the 12 negativities. Krodha we understand, that is our sthai bhav, anger, all the time anger. Angry on something or the other. Okay? Kama, desire, lobha, greed, moha, delusion. Then come vivitsa, want to know everything about the worldly enjoyments. And then kripa, uh, lacking the gratitude towards what God has given us. And asuya, the asuya is jealousy. And others. Then ego, grief, shoko, grief, spruha, irsha, jugupsa, all these negativities, they are the cause because of which we are not able to know our reality. So what is tapasya? Now be attentive. Tapasya is work on your mind, and in such a way that mind stops reacting by default. Friends, you are all intelligent, educated, and healthy. Now, we take care of our house. Like that, we take care of everything. Then, with reference to our own life, we work by the body to earn money. We work on the body to keep the body fit. Come to the mind. We work by the mind. What we have done to work on the mind. As we have to keep our body healthy, we have to keep the mind healthy. See? So for keeping the body healthy, what we do? That time, do we think, if I do Surya Namaskar, what will I get? No. You are working on your body so that the body is healthy. Exactly the same way. About the mind, neither our parents taught us how to think. They themselves don't know how to think. Nor the teachers taught us. Then what is our understanding? Because there are thoughts in the mind, we are thinkers. So we have to understand. Working by the mind, working on the mind. What is working by the mind? Default setting. What is default setting? Dekho suno, bolte raho. Keep on commenting on everything in this world. Who asked you? One of the Mahamantras, isn't it? Who asked you? See, friends, it is so important for us to understand this. Therefore, these default settings has to be controlled. Dekho suno mat bolo. Don't get involved in anybody's life on anything, particularly elderly people. One boy was standing in his own house in the one drawing room, for example, and he was looking at the fan. Now, most of the houses, they have got vigilance officers. Now, with vigilance officers, oldies, they have nothing to do, nowhere to go. So they are constantly watching who has come, who has gone. Then this old man called his daughter-in-law. Oh, please come, shake him. These days, our dabbo is constantly looking at the fan. What is the reason? Let us ask him. Then, hey, why are you looking at the fan all the time? Do I have to take your permission? He is already frustrated inside. See? I will look wherever I want. Who are you to ask me? No. If there is something wrong with you, you mind your business. Wrong with me. Then that old man tells the daughter-in-law, daughter-in-law, get him married, he will be all right. Now, who asked you? Because marriage is such a solution. Thereafter, his whole life is booked. Yad gatva nanivartante, tad dhama paramam mama. See, friends, therefore, don't get involved in anybody's life. So, irsha jugupsa cha mahagudena sada varjaha dvadashaite narena. All these 12 things should be 100% rejected if you want to do tapasya. Meaning what? Start working on your mind. It is for this purpose we are given the japa sadhana. This is one important principle. Please catch it. Thoughts are no problems. Thought flow is a problem. Don't allow the thought to lead to a flow of thoughts. One thought is followed by other thought, third thought. Then we get carried away by that thought flow. See? And the reason is the theme is finite. Make the infinite theme. What is the infinite? Lord's name? Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Over. But there also, there also you are making a thought flow. Therefore, these 12 things should be rejected. Then, ekaikamete rajendra manusham paryupasate lipsamanontaram tesham mruganam ivalubdhakaha. How the hunter kills his prey, he is very alert. And he sees that one particular animal is not alert, immediately he is killed. In the same manner, out of these 12, if anyone we are not aware, they will come and bounce on us. Therefore, mruganam ivalubdhakaha. All our weaknesses are in our mind. Now be attentive. Try this. Again, I am repeating. Experience without experiencer. Action without doer. Do not label anything in life. There is one couple. They fell in love, got hurt. That hurting is called as marriage. And now they are fighting to separate. So they asked me, Swamiji, what should be done? I said, do you know Hindi cinema songs? Yes. प्यार को प्यार ही रहने दो, रिश्तों के नाम ना दो. Let the love remain as love. Do not label it with relationship. When you love each other, you only love each other. That's it. When you become married, then the girl is labeled as wife and the boy is labeled as husband. Thereafter, the fight begins between the labels, husband versus wife. See? Our love is labeled, you are a samsari. You put anywhere. Therefore, we have to again and again recognize this. Don't fall prey to the old habits of the mind. Sambhoga samvidhi medhamano dattanutapi krupano baliyan varga prasham se varita cha dveshta ete pare sapta dusham sarupaha. Now there are 7 negativities which are destroying us. They are, first is sambhoga, indulgence. Then samvidhi is the desire to indulge more and more, again and again. Then Dattanutapi. Dattanutapi means what? We give charity and then we regret. We should not have given to them. About this one rule I tell you, simple rule. This is the Punjabi rule. Neki kar kuए में डाल means do good and forget. Don't count ATG. You know ATG? You have not given me ATG. I can give you Parleji. Dattanutapi. Very important, friends. Neki kar kuए में डाल. Do good and forget. When you forget, then you are not doing good. Good is happening through you. For example, a child was walking, you happened to be there, and the child falls down. So we immediately, by default, we help him come. Hey, come on, you are very strong. Nothing happened, you see. People think you are weak. You are a very good boy. And we help him to come out of the miseries. Do we claim to, today when this was happening, I have made one child happy. Aha. No. It is just like that. See? Dattanutapi. Krupanaha. Krupana means conjuice. Conjuice means what? Like one very greedy, conjuice, covetous person, he was taking milk, and in that milk, one fly happened to fall. So he took that fly in his fingers, squeezed it so that the milk also. And then he took that milk. Hare Ram. How much greedy squeeze. Similarly, they take, this sugarcane piece. Keep on again and again. So, Krupanaha. Then, Abaliyan. Abaliyan is the one who doesn't have any understanding, but all the time hatred about something or the other. Then, Varga Prashamsi Vanita Chadveshta. Then he who is always glorifying the rich people and condemning the poor people, and Vanitam Chadveshta, and also he has got hatred for the women. See? Who falls in this category? Those who are searching for 72. They don't consider women as human beings. Women are considered as a property. See? In exchange. Suppose I had borrowed some money from somebody. Not much, 10,000. But I don't have. But the person from whom I have taken money, he said, no, I want money. But I don't have. Okay, give me your wife. Take it. So that wife is a commodity to be exchanged for money. Such people, Vanita cha dveshta ete sapta nrusham sarupaha. They are the most terrible ones. Jnanam cha satyam cha damashrutam cha amatsaryam riti diksha anasuya yajnascha danam cha dhruti shamascha mahavrata dvadasha brahmanasya. These are called a mahavrata. Mahavrata means they are not compromised under any condition. Patanjali uses this word. There he tells yama and niyama. Ahimsa, satya, asteya, aparigra, brahmacharya. These are the yamas, 5 of them. And then the niyamas are shaucha, santosha, tapasvadhyaya, ishvara pranidhanani, niyamaha. These 10 of them are called as mahavratas. Mahavratas means no compromise. They should be practiced in letter and spirit. So, this is the Mahavrata. Which are those? Jnanam. The topmost priority in our spiritual life is knowledge. Instead of why, ask who. Who is asking the question? Who is disturbed? Who is cheated? Find out. The moment you take this who, you come back to yourself. Then you come to know the one who is miserable doesn't exist. See, friends, jnanam cha, satyam cha. Then hold on to that experience which is never negated. Trikala abadhita vastu satya. Waker is not available in the dream, etc. Dreamer is not available in the deep sleep and waking, etc. But there is one reality which is supporting all the experiences without getting corrupted by any experience. That is Satyam cha, Damaha. Dama is control over our sense organs. Otherwise, keep on eating, and after every eating, the same statement. आज जरा ज़्यादा ही हो गया. Today I think I had taken a little more. Every day the same statement. Take care of the Madhya Pradesh. See. Actually, I tell you my experience. Initially, when I was new in my profession, I did not know how to conduct myself with the people. So they will be giving so much of food. And Annam Brahmeti Vyajanan, we should not waste the food and keep on eating whatever is given. As a result, the Madhya Pradesh started losing the shape or gaining the shape. Then I thought, this is not the right way. So I said, no, keep whatever you want to give in the plate. I will take whatever I want. See? Therefore, Dhamma, control over faculties. Now, all of them can be put by one way. Control your tongue. That's it. Tongue is 2 in 1. It is used for tasting, it is Jnanendriya. It is used for talking, it is Karmendriya. 2 in 1. So, control over eating. The Yoga Shastra says, you should eat 50% of your capacity. And 1/4 should be filled with water. And 1/4 should be left for ventilation. Dhamma. Then talking, dekho suno mat bolo. So Jnanendriya, Karmendriya, both of them are controlled if we take care of our tongue. Therefore, don't get involved. No opinions about anybody or anything. No need. Then, Shrutam cha, similarly, what we hear. Don't get lost into unwanted things. Study scriptures, that is the worthy of practicing. Then, amatsaryam. Amatsaryam means, now there is no jealousy. See, matsarya is the jealousy. I know how they are rich. Cheating the people, taking money from the government. You do it. See, friends, if we can't love somebody, it doesn't matter. But we should not have that jealousy is a negative force. Such a person is always miserable. See? Then, amatsyaram, re is, we should be shy in the same, we should not be arrogant, be humble. Titiksha, sahanam sarva dukkhanam apratikara purvakam. Go through the difficulties without complaining and without any negativity. Asuya, no more comparison and feeling jealous about somebody. Yajna, dhanam cha, practicing yajna, the life of sacrifice. Dhanam, charity. Dhruti, perseverance. Shama, control over the mind. These are Dvadasha Brahmanasya Mahavrataha. These are the 12 Mahavratas to be followed by the seeker of truth. Now you will see here. Nowhere it is mentioned, do yoga, do this. No. We have to work on the mind, not physical. See, friends, unfortunately, Patanjali, I feel many times he must be moving in his grave. Come on here, I never said like this thing. What is the asana defined by Patanjali? Sthira Sukham asana. See, sthira, steady, is adjective of the Sukham. So steadily happy and happily steady is asana. See? But then there are 64 of them. And keep on spending the whole life in that. Therefore, yastvedebhya pravaseda dvadashebhya sarvamimam prithvim cha prasishyad tribhi dvarbhyam ekavata va avimuktaha kramal vishishta maunabhuta bhavanti. Now he who doesn't keep these 12 qualities for himself, then he rules the whole world. That means all the negative are removed, then you rule the whole world. What is the whole world? Be attentive. World is not outside. This also point very important. If I am frustrated because of somebody, I can go away. But if I am frustrated because of me, where will I go? Because wherever I go, there I am. Therefore, the world is not outside. There are two types of creations. One is called as Ishvara Srishti, God's creation. Second is Jiva Srishti, our creation. So God has created a woman. The father created a daughter. Husband created a wife. The child created a mother. And who are having problem? The daughter, the wife and the mother. Lady has no problem. See friends, therefore we have to again and again recognize that in God's creation there are no problems. The eyes is God's creation. They see where is the problem. Mind, it can think, where is the problem? But then we meddle in his creation and destroy everything. So Prithvimta Prashishat Tribhir Dvarbham Ekamato Vavi Muktaha Kraman Vishishta Maunabhuta Bhavanti. And those who are able to practice one or two or three among these 12, then slowly we will be able to attain freedom from the wrong notions and abide in Brahman. Mauna Bhuta Bhavanti. So here Mauna means what? Coming back to your divine nature. We have told earlier shlokas, Manam cha Maunam cha. Mana, respect. Mauna, divinity. They do not go together. If we get insulted, we are a samsari. If we are at peace under all conditions, see, like today in the morning I was walking, what was going in my head? To what extent we should be non-reactionary in this world? That is the spiritual practice. To what extent? So with this question, when I was walking, what answer came was, like the space. Space is so effortlessly supporting all the contents, rejecting none of them, not getting influenced by any one of them, and yet at peace. So, play what it is like being space. So space supports everything, but doesn't get influenced by anything. We move in this world, live happily, but don't get influenced by anything. We get influenced by the contents, objects. I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. If we practice this, our desires for the worldly objects will be reduced to a great extent. In other words, lesser the desires of the worldly objects, we entertain, to that extent we are closer to our own self. Then second thing, apply now this again and again. So let there be any kind of thoughts. Don't fight with the thoughts. Then learn to remain indifferent. Good thoughts come, go, don't worry. Bad thoughts come, they will also go. You are the same. So when we are unable to practice this, then we create friends and enemies. When friends and enemies created, samsara begins. Therefore, at the gross level, worldly objects are no more an issue of disturbance for us. At the mind level, no relationship is an issue. Try these two things. See? Mauna bhuta bhavanti. Then we attain mauna is abiding in the truth. Why mauna is called as the truth? Because what is mauna? Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasasaha. That about which you neither can speak nor you can feel. Is it cold? Yes, I am feeling it is cold. Are you there? Let me feel. Oh, I think 20%. No. It is not a feeling. Have you understood you are there or not? What is there to understand? I am there. See, friends. Therefore, yato vacho nivartante. Neither the language nor the mind nor the intellect can comprehend the truth. All this put together, one simple sentence. Pramana nirapeksha anubhuti. Experience without involvement of known means of knowledge. What are the known means of knowledge? Sense organs, mind and intellect. What sense organs do? They give us objective knowledge. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. World has got only 5 objects. Sound, touch, form, taste and smell. Only 5 objects. So the truth is, without any of these attributes, therefore, sense organs are meaningless. Mind gives us the feelings, likes and dislikes. The truth is not a feeling, it is an experience. Feeling can change, experience doesn't change. Then the intellect deals with the concepts. Tall, short, distant, near, square, round, oblique concepts. That experience, which is neither an objective one, nor an emotional one, nor a conceptual one. And therefore, that experience where the known means of knowledge are not operating, that is our essential nature. Therefore, damo ashtadasha dosha syad pratikulam krute bhaved anrutam paishunam trishna pratikulyam tamoratihi lokadvesho vimanascha vivada pranipidanam parivado ativadascha paritapo akshamadhrutihi asiddhi papakrityam cha himsam cheti prakartitaha ete doshai vimuktayaha sadama sabhya uchyate. What is the meaning of dhamma sadhana, which is to be practiced by one? See? So, control over all our faculties, and it should be associated with these 18 shortcomings should be avoided. Which are those 18? Andruta, telling lies. Then Paishuna, exposing the weaknesses of others. Then Trusha, desire for the worldly objects. Then Pratikulya, always opposed to everyone. Then Tamas is ignorance. Then Aratihi, lack of a contentment, always feeling bored, feeling frustrated. Then Lokadvesha, always disturbed and agitated because of the people around. Then Abhimanaha is no humility, very arrogant. Then Vivada, constantly fighting with everybody. Wherever they go, they will fight. And then Prani Vidhana, killing the animals for one's enjoyment. Then Parivadaha, telling the carrying the tales from one person to another, telling their shortcomings. Then Ativadaha, excessive chattering, constantly talking. Then Paritapaha, always feeling miserable, pathetic. Remain cheerful and happy man. Not, humility is not humiliated. Remain cheerful and happy. See? Then Asiddhi, Asiddhi, whatever they do, there is no success either in the karma or knowledge or dispassion. Then Papa karma, sinful activities, himsa, injury, killing others. These are the 18 of them. They should be controlled consciously. Then only we are practicing the doshas, the dhamma. Madaha ashtadasha dosasya tyago bhavati shadvidaha viparraya smrutayete mahad dosha udarutaha. Now, madaha ashtadasha doshaha. The mada is the arrogance. Arrogance also has got 18 limitations. They should be also taken care of. Then only they will help us control the mada, the arrogance. Now they are told, ashtadasha, 18 of them. Then Shreyanscha Shadvidastyaga Struti Tatra Dushkaraha Tena Dukkham Taranteva Tasmin Tyakte Jitam Bhaved. Similarly, 6 types of dispassions are useful for the spiritual unfoldment. And among them, 3 of them are difficult to practice, but that we have to practice. Without that, there is no possibility of conquering the relative world. Arhate yachamanaya putranviktam dadatiyat ishtapurtam titiyam syat nityam vairagya yogataha kamatyagascha rajendra satrutriya iti smrutaha apramadiye bhavedayate sa chapya ashtagunomataha. See, now here the most important thing is told. He who is all the time thinking about the next generation, collect so much money. See? Once in Delhi, there was some kind of mock parliament. So they asked, Swamiji, suppose you are made, they are given everybody this chance. Suppose you are a Prime Minister of India for one day and you are allowed to make any law for the country without opposition. It will be the law. What is the law you will make? I said, my law will be no landed or bank account should be transferred to the next generation. Then what we will do? What we are collecting more and more and more for what? Transfer to others. It is here I like the Western people. We have to work learning from them. The boy or the girl, they are staying in the parents' house. They are given everything. When they cross teenage, rather 13, 14, then they say, now fend for yourself. Stay in the same house, the same room, the same bed, but now you have to pay. No free. Then those boys and girls, they go to the hotel, clean the dishes, do the jhadu, earn money, and pay to the parents. How important it is. But here in our country, for next 10 generations, we don't require. Therefore, these kinds of people, first is dispassion. The second is ishtapurti, doing charity, then srauta karma and purta karma. That is very necessary to be done. Then the third type of dispassion is the uh, attraction toward the worldly objects is to be reduced, renunciation of the wealth also, and when we thus attain freedom from pramada. Now ultimately how we started, what is a death? Death is pramada. Pramado vai mrityu bravive. Now all this what I have been talking, you have to come down to one word, pramada. Pramada is non-recognition of our divine nature is death. What is death? Death is a fear of extinction. And what is pramada? Pramada is you have not recognized your own divine nature. That is the death. Therefore, one mantra we have seen, Anyatha santam atmanam, anyatha pratipadyate, kim tena na krutam papam, chorena atma paharina. We are essentially divine, but we mistake ourselves to be the body, and thereby we have stolen somebody else's property. Chorena, we are stolen. See how we are stolen? When we take away somebody's things without their knowledge, it is called as a theft. But when we take something away with a gun point, it is called a dacoity. We are all dacoits. Bodies are not created by us. The bodies don't listen to us. And yet the body I am. And because of this dacoity, we all suffer. That is why it is said, Matrudevo bhava, Pitrudevo bhava. We are here to serve. It is not our property the way we want to use it. But our whole life goes only in that. This pramada is death. Therefore, satyam dhyanam samadhanam chodyam vairagyam evacha asteyo brahmacharyam cha tatha asangraha evacha. Now, the positive things are given. Satyam dhyanam samadhanam. Satyam, be attentive. Is it necessary to talk? Is the first step about the Satyam. See? Satyam vada, no doubt. But is it necessary to talk? More than what we should talk, we should understand what we should not talk. See? Satyam. Then Dhyanam. Dhyana means what? Hold on to something auspicious. What do we call? Nididhyasan. So, we are very clear. We must attain that purity so that the Lord will express through us. He will express through us only when we depart. And when we depart, what happens? Life will be lived, but no impressions will be formed on the mind. That is our natural state, my friends. Like the same example. Vision sees all colors and forms, but there are no impressions on the vision. Vision is the same. That which is formless, attributeless is the reality. So for the colors and forms, what is the reality? The vision. For the thoughts, what is the reality? Is the mind. For the waker, what is the reality? Is the Paramatma. So, the formless and attributeless is the reality. Therefore, hold on to this. There are 3 stages. Yoga Vasishtha tells. First, practice gross space. Meaning what? What it is like being gross space. Work on this. Then, one day by God's grace, you will understand. Gross space supports everything, rejects nothing, but doesn't get influenced by anything. First step. We are not against. Let the things be there. We don't get influenced. Then, mind space. Like the gross space is not disturbed by the content, similarly, mind space is also not disturbed by the thoughts. There is nothing like good thoughts, bad thoughts. Thoughts will come and go. Why worry? Mind doesn't get disturbed. See how simple it is. And the third is let the experiences happening, but experiencer is not born. That is the conscious space. These are the three spaces. Gross space with the worldly objects. Mind space with the worldly experiences of relations. And the Chidakasha, the conscious space where nobody is born. Practice this. Satyam Jnanam Samadhanam Chodhyam Vairagyam Evacha. See? Samadhanam. Remain at peace. Small little things agitate us so much. Like yesterday it was raining heavily. Relax. Because that has become our second nature. Samadhana. Then Chodyam. Chodyam means inquiry about the truth. Then Vairagyamevacha, dispassion. Dispassion is non-dependence on anything or on anybody is Vairagya. And a person who practices Vairagya is never miserable. Mahabharatkar gives the definition. Sarvam paravasham dukkham. All dependence is misery. Sarvam atmavasham sukham. All independence is happiness. Etar vidyat samasena lakshanam sukadukkayoho. So these are in short the lakshana, the qualities of joy and sorrows. So whenever we are miserable, we are dependent on something or somebody. Whenever we are happy, we are independent. We have to practice this. Nobody can help us. Then, Vairagya, Asteyaha, non-stealing, Brahmacharya, practicing contemplation 24/7. Each and every experience is meditation. If any interaction with the world does not create any impression on the mind. There was a Mahatma and one seeker used to go to him. I am telling seeker, not the devotee. Devotees are terrible. Do you know the difference between the seeker and the devotees? The seekers go to the Mahatmas to change themselves. The devotees go to the Mahatma to change the Mahatma. No, you should eat, No, but if I eat, I will die. Never mind what you eat. They don't want to change. They change Mahatma. Poor fellows. They have to okay. So, Chodyam Vairagya Vacha Asteyaha. Asteyaha, non-stealing of ideas. Brahmacharya tatha asangraha evacha. Similarly, asangraha, don't create accumulating so many things. Keep them emptying. Evam dosha dashamosyokta tan doshan parivarjayet doshatyage apramadasyat sa cha api ashtagunomataha. So these are the shortcomings which we are told they should be completely parivarjayet, given up for good, and doshatyage apramadaha. When the shortcomings are given up, we will not practice pramada. Pramada is given up. So what is pramada? Again I am repeating. Pramada is non-recognition of our divine nature is pramada. And then not only that, but then we are arrogant, I am Indian. As if other people are useless or what. Therefore, all these dosha, evam dosha dashamasya uktan, tan doshan parivarjayet. Give up all these 10 shortcomings and doshatyage apramadasyat. When these wrong notions are given up, we are able to recognize our divinity, Ashtagunomataha, and they are also of 8 types which we have told or will tell you subsequently. The remaining we'll see in tomorrow's class. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.